Hello, you lovely people. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. I'm so excited about today's. Today I am starting my ABC JLC challenge. That's an alphabet challenge that Jodi Lewis Creations is holding every 2 weeks. And the prompts went out for A last Wednesday, but I am only just posting. This is Wednesday. I'm doing this before Wednesday, but it's being posted on Wednesday. And I had thought I was going to use a Rolodex, and then Jodi said she was going to use a Rolodex, and several other people said they were going to do it as well. And I thought, oh, maybe I won't use a Rolodex, but I really wanted to use this. This is a Italian version of the Rolodex called a Zeus. And this is a vintage one, and as you can see, it's different from a Rolodex in that it has one thing. It has its original ABC cards. It has some original cards. However, I can't get these cards, so I'm having to make my own. And that's okay. I'm fine about that. I don't know. Let's see where we go. I'm prattling. Nothing new there, is it? So I am going to I discovered that what I could do is I could use my 1/2-inch hole punch to make a hole, and then just cut a bit up, and this will go on my Rolodex, my Zeus. If I show you that, you can see how that's just a flat circle in effect, and it's so much easier doing that than cutting out. It's hardly any difference at all. So I decided I was just going to do that. You want to know what the prompts are, don't you? I'll link Jodi down below. You can go over and you can watch the actual drawings, because she's put the actual drawing out, so there's no, footing about or anything. That's the prompts that have been drawn out, and Jodi actually doesn't like the prompts. Such is life. Let me just get a bit of paper, because the prompts for A are accordion, asymmetric, metric, artist is the bonus, and I've got one already. Accordion, asymmetric. I can hear you shouting, but you'll need to shout louder because I can't remember. Accordion, asymmetric. Oh, acetate. That's the prompts. My cards, as you can see, are 2.5 inches by 4 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.5. So that's the space I've got to use. As you can see, I've got 4 cards here, and I've also got some bits of paper here that are thick tissuey paper, and I've got 8 of them, and I've already folded one into an M or a W, depending which way you hold it up, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to create, from these 4 cards, I'm going to create an accordion file for my first project. But I need to think about decorating these first before I go any further. And so that's the accordion bit. The asymmetric bit, I will show you. The asymmetric bit is going to be the very last thing I do. The acetate bit and the artist. See, I'm just sorry. I've got a bit. Right, okay. Artist is a bonus. That means to me you include it, Kirsten, unless there's a good reason why you can't include it. So artist, and I just thought, oh well, and there's Josef Albers, who's an artist with an A name. And one of the things he did was he did a diagram, which I will put up on the screen for you. And in the three corners of the triangle, there is a triangle, and those triangles are the primary colours of red, blue and yellow. And then a round triangle goes in there, and it is of the red and the blue making purple, and then the red and the yellow making orange, and the yellow and the blue making green, and then that's your secondary colours. And then he does go for further tri-city colours just to fill in the gaps, but it's only up to secondary colours that really is the thing that matters. So what I decided I was going to do anyway was I was going to pay homage to Josef Albers and this colour theory triangle he did. And to do that, I'm going to use the primary colours, and I'll use the tertiary colour, no, the secondary colours. I'll use the primary colours and the secondary colours, which are colours that, you know, usually I kind of hide. But I think it's quite good sometimes to just do something you wouldn't normally do. What I want to do, let me see if I can explain this to you. So the inside of, so we've got 4 cards. Let's pretend it's a book because it's easier for me to hold as a book. Got 4 cards, which means we've got 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And the first space will be red, second space will be blue, and the third space will be yellow. But only going this way. So this will be the front plate, and we'll decorate that with A. We'll do that separately. So this one will be red, this one will be yellow, and this one will be blue. The backside of all my cards is going to be the prompts. So going backwards again, that will be the prompts. This then will be one of the secondary colours. And because the blue and whatever's on that one, it'll match those two, then whatever's on that one and whatever's on this side will be that one, and then the third secondary colour will be on that one. And this is back to the front. Did that make sense? I hope it will in the end. I hope it will in the end. Because these are going to be accordioned, I actually need to have them all stuck together along that line there, so that then it will accordion out, but it will only be one thick bit that's in the Rotodex. If they're all separate in the Rotodex, I think it's going to cause problems. So the first thing I want to do is I just want to mark a line along here and fold along that line. So I have a line and a fold. And then I need to colour all these. I need to colour 2 bits red, 2 bits yellow, 2 bits blue, and colour all my cards. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all that off camera because it'll be so boring for you to watch. Let me tell you where I'm at. I've coloured these 3 cards, my red, blue and yellow, and I thought, oh, and I'd coloured all these side bits, and I thought, oh, and then I went to colour the other side of these cards and so I coloured a green one, and I thought, I just don't like this, too much of these solid colours, so I've decided to do this slightly differently. And what I'm actually going to do now is, the yellow will be the back card. I think I'm doing it yellow, blue and red is the front card. So that's going to be the front card. The yellow will be the back card. So I need to stick this one on the back of that card, just so I've got the yellow is the cleanest one, and I thought, well, maybe I could just use the yellow as is, but I think it's going to annoy me. So I'm going to stick that. Oh, I might just actually not stick another card on. I might just put some coffee dyed, stick some coffee dyed paper on it to write my things. And then what I've done is I've done a green, an orange and a purple. So I'm only going to use a red, and I'll do so I'm going to do a red, blue and yellow down one side, and the orange, purple and green down the other side. So it's just a bit less of that. I did think about doing all tertiary, all secondary colours, but actually I don't want to do that because the accordion's part of it. So the accordion is part of it. And then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to, on the other side, so this is red, so it will be red, but it'll be red mixed with the yellow. So this will be orange, and I'm just going to, rather than colour in, I'm just going to collage on the orange things, and I'm going to put some red collage on that one. Then this side I'm going to cover this with, this is red and blue, purple collage, and put some blue collage on that. And this one I'm going to cover with green collage and put some yellow collage on that. I've now done all my cards, and oh, I still need to trim that one. I was watching Jodi Lewis, who of course this challenge comes from, this morning, and Jodi Lewis Creations. I've just been watching her before coming to come and finish this, and she's now doing another challenge which I'm sort of going, oh, maybe I'll do that one as well. Oh yeah, anyway, sometimes I just feel like I'm copying everybody when I do challenges, so I just, not in the what I do, but in the just I'm doing that challenge as well. But anyway, what was I going to say? I can't remember. Oh yeah, I was watching Jodi, and she's doing this new challenge, and she has taken you the whole way through doing her collage, and this is basically loads of collages. And I was just thinking, yeah, I tend to, well, sometimes you see, I fast forward it, but you haven't seen any of this collaging at all, just because it was going to end up such a long video if I did that. Because what I have here is, let's have this all the way around. So this is the front page, which I've still not collaged. So I've not done that. So you can watch me doing that. Then we have our primary colours of red, and I coloured the page, and then I've stuck 3 items that are kind of the colour that it's to do with. So I've got a postage stamp. That was the other funny thing that she then, she was saying that the colours, this prompt that she's doing, altered playing cards, but she's doing them as Rolodex cards. There's got to be a common theme, and I'd already stuck stamps on all these. But anyway, so I've stuck a stamp of the right colour on them all. Yellow was hard, but I found this kind of half yellow one that's kind of yellowy green, but I'm okay with it. And then we've got raspberries and a bit of red lace. We've got a bit of blue wool and a blue egg. We've got a bee and a bunch of bananas. So it's awesome. And then the other side of these cards, turn them over the other way. The other side of these cards, we have this is a bit of vintage address. I got very excited. There was a vintage address book I picked up, and there's writing on some of the pages, but some of them didn't have writing on the other page, or halfway down they didn't have writing. And I didn't, because you never know where the family is still living at these addresses. I'm being very careful when I use the stuff that can be seen. But I got very excited because I picked out the page, and it had the U, and I thought, oh, have I got an A1? Have I got an A1? And I hadn't got an A1, but then I thought it was probably a bit of a relief, because if I'd not had if I had had an A1, I would have then had to go and see if I had every single one letter, and then that, yeah. Anyway, that's what that is. This is orange, purple and green, which is the secondary colours, and you can see more that I've not done down at the bottom where these are going to be stuck together. So I'm hoping this now will make more sense to you if I just flip these back round this way. So this one will go on here, this one will go on here, and this one will go on here. And so they're going to be connected at the bottom. Oh, I'm going to have them all stuck together at the bottom. They're going to have their accordion. You must be starting to think, what has any of this got to do with the prompts? Going to have their accordion. Right, so that's that prompt. Yeah. Oh, Kirsten, you just, oh dear, never mind. That's the accordion bit. The majority of this is the bonus, which is the artist, and the artist is Josef Albers, which I've already said. Anyway, right, shut up, Kirsten. Get on with it. I need to ink these up. Oh, now let me just say about that. What I ended up doing with this wool is I've sewn it on because I then knew I could hide the sewing on this side. Right, okay. So, yeah, so this way we have the red, the blue, the yellow, and then the other way we have the green, the purple, and the orange, the secondary colours. And so we have accordion, which we're not yet ready to do because I need to do the front. I need to write the list on the back. Once that's done, we can put it together. So should we get on and do that? Let's get on and do that. Oh dear, let's just write the back first. I feel like I might regret doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. A is for accordion. A symmetric. I might be spelling these wrong, but I know what they say. I'm dyslexic, so I don't spell very well. Acetate. And if things are spelt not how they sound out, then I'm really stuck. And then the bonus is artist. And when I was looking for my colours for my collages, I found this. I should have put this on first, shouldn't I? I found this artist palette, and I thought I might just stick this on here as well. Oh no, it will. Oh yeah, this is in the back, so actually I can go down to the very bottom here, and I'm just going to put that on there. There we go. I do like the A is for. That was a good decision, Kirsten. Oh, thank goodness for that. You've made one good decision. And actually, I'm also going to ink this whole thing up. Okay, so that back card is done. These cards are all done. And I just need to now do the front card. And what I thought was, I have a French-English dictionary. It was my mother's French-English dictionary. And it's out of date as a French-English dictionary, but it's fabulous for collaging. And alphabetical alphabet is there. This is the English to the French version. I don't appear to have it on the other end of the scale. So I'm just going to take that page off. This paper is so fragile, but that's okay. And we're going to put that down. I don't think I want all of it. I think I just want, see, I hate tearing numbers apart. Let's take that way. That's a bit close though, isn't it? I really don't want that number. Very rare, yes, hear me saying that. There we go. And see, I could put it down. This can go the whole way down as well. I could put it down that way. I could put it, my feeling is to put it that way. So it's going to go there. I also thought that I might use a bit of book page music because of the accordion, and I kind of like that bit there because it's kind of fussy. Although on this size of card, I might be better with just a simple. Oh, see, that's quite good. Let's take that bit there. Let's try and take it in a way that the bit underneath is still usable. But that ain't going to work. Alright, we're going to have to take it all that way down there to make it usable, because that is a 3 stave. Or should we just take, see, this is what happens when you have full score music to play with. It's lovely to have it to play with, but then there's nowhere to end it. We're just going to have to go with it there. Okay. Don't want that top bit. Now, this bit of scrap, I would normally put in my little, these are bits that I could stamp words on, and I'm going to put it in there because I don't have any of that kind of paper in there at that moment. But if I had a bit of that paper, Jodi Lewis, are you listening? I'd have said, that's just a bit of scrap, it can go, I will make more scrap. Okay, so we've got that. Not 100% sure I'm going to put that on just yet. And then there's another bit here that I need to put something on as well, and I'm just wondering, do I just put a bit of maybe put a bit of, I don't really want to put another bit of the same stuff, so maybe I'll just put a bit of coffee dye, tea dye on there. Right, okay, let's get this stuck down. I need to trim this off further because I don't want to have masses of bulk underneath. I think when you're doing collage, it's quite nice to actually have things overlapping, but I don't want it overlapping by, I'll have that underneath there, I think. Let's start with this because I don't want this. This will be the bottom piece. So let's start with this and then I can work from there. I can hear you all shouting, by the way. What about the asymmetrical? What about the actual prompts? What about the acetate? Oh, it's all in hand. It's all in hand. I just need to do all this other stuff first, which is nothing to do with the prompts. Well, that's alphabetical. This is accordion for music, although it's not accordion music. It's the accordion. This is all to do with the prompts. Right. Been right back. Set. and we're going to move on to doing my letter. And I've got this set of the wee tags, you can see that, and I've used them. I've used the J's actually on the front of my junk journal in January. What do you call this? Journal. Deary me. Deary me. And now I've just thought, did I press play? I did press play. Thank goodness for that. But I thought I would use these and maybe not use them for every single one. But then you see, I think if I don't use them for every single one, I'm going to be like, oh, I should have used that. I should have used my thingy. So, but we'll see. We'll see how we get on. Oh, mushroom. Let's use mushroom. The mushroom might not show up terribly well in that. I've got a mix I did. Well, I could use the marigold. I want to keep it, but just emboss it in black. I'm starting to say I have got a mix of mushroom and rusty hinge here. Maybe I'll use that. Yeah, let's use that. That's mushroom, this Arandak mushroom and rusty hinge embossing glaze. That I don't like. Yeah, I'm going to do that again. And I'm not going to use that. Let's use, we just use mushroom. Just use. Now that's a better. Let's cut this out. Let's hang that up. And I'm thinking, I'm desperate to put a pop of colour on here, but I mustn't. See, I was thinking that was going to go there. Oh yes, liking that. I think we might put a bit of something behind it. Should we use a bit of ribbon? What have we got in the getting to the end of the? Or we could use a bit of this. Yeah, let's have a bit of that. I love it. I wish I'd inked up these edges before I'd put this down, but never mind. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this I just feel I want to put something else on this, but I don't know what. Maybe I want to just add to the splat. See how this has got splatters? Maybe I just want to add to the splatters with a bit of. This is quite expensive ink, but it has a brown base with goldy flecks in it. So if you're quick, and you've got to be quick, you can only use it with a dip pen or a splatter brush. Let's just there we go. Excellent. I'm just making a bigger mess, aren't I, by trying to clean that up. It's a dark sepia kind of, so there's a touch of red. It's a lovely shade of brown with this kind of glint of gold in it, and it just gives me that extra bit of something there. I think I actually also want something lighter on it as well. I don't want to use white, but just trying to, I should maybe wait until the brown dries. It's going to need just a bit of water. kind of buff titanium, this colour. Just makes it good for this, because I don't want white, because nothing else is white. I do want to just kind of lighten it slightly. Like one slightly bigger splat. Oh, that's better. I don't want to heat this because of the embossing already on it, so I'm just going to have to leave that to dry naturally just now. So let us start by putting the purple on the blue, and that means I need a purple one and a blue one, and that one doesn't look like it's folded properly, so you just simply fold it in half and then fold it each of the halves back in half again, and so you end up with, just in case there's anybody there who doesn't know how to do this, and if you don't know how to do it, that's perfectly fine. You end up with a W or an M, depending which way you hold it up, and then what you want is you want the inside fold, that middle fold on the inside. So we'll put it on, and what I want to do is I want to put it on down the bottom, leaving some space at the top. I'll put it on the single card. That makes more sense, doesn't it? And I need to think, do I want to put all the primary colours down one side and the secondary colours down the other side? I think I do. Right. And you'll find it much easier, so make sure your fold is going to be in the inside. You'll find it much easier, or I certainly find it much easier, if I put on my, do not, I was saying how this was tissue paper, do not use ordinary tissue paper. This is tissue paper that's strong enough to not fall apart when you put glue and stuff on it, and it will be strong enough to stay in place. So I want it right on the edge there, or close to the edge at least, and do both sides before you put the next one on, otherwise you'll find it difficult. If I stuck that one on, then it'd be a fiddle putting this one on. Just make sure I've got the middle bits in that one. So right, let's just do that. And I've just realised that that's going to be a tad too long, because it's going to interfere with the fold. I'll just trim that wee bit off. So this now goes on here like that. Hold these together, I think, just so that they properly adhere. Let's go back to this one, because hopefully this is now dry. No, it's not. Right, I can still stick it on just now though. Now, oh, I should cut this out. Oh, see, I didn't learn from Jodi. I should have cut this out before. Oh, I need to, before I put that on. We need to let that dry. We've got this here. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Shall we talk about the elephant in the room? I've not done acetate and I've not done asymmetric. Asymmetric still to come. Acetate, I'm going to tell you about the acetate now. As I said, the kind of notion behind what I'm doing here is Josef Albers and his colour theory with the triangle that I did check and isn't copyright protected, so you will have already seen an image of it, but I'll put the image up again just now. And I am going to honour that by doing two things. I've cut out 3 bits of acetate here in red, blue and green, and they're going to go in the pockets. And just let me show you. There's the blue, there's the red. When you put them together you end up with purple. There's the blue, there's the yellow. When you put them together you end up with green. Now I'm going to, oh dear. Acetates work more like light mixing than colour mixing with paints. So the colours are not totally as true as they would be with paints, but that's okay. It's because it's acetate. The orange is very difficult to see unless you catch the light going through the red, and when it hits on the yellow it becomes orange. So those are going in the pockets, but I'm also going to put 3 smaller triangles in this space here, and I'm going to sort of have them crossing over each other with the red one kind of in there, something like that. And this was why I didn't want any colour on this front, because I wanted the colour all to be about these triangles. So you get an idea of the orange, you get an idea of the purple, and the greens come out quite well. So it goes something like this. I've done my junk journal January. Needs to be uploaded. Ended up adding a bit on this one so I could add it now. I'm not showing you. Needs to be uploaded. Oh, mind you, by the time you see this it'll be out there, so I'll just go ta-da! Done that. Had to go out and do something. Done that. Came back. Need to have my lunch because it's now 1:30 and I've not had any lunch, and I thought I'll just get all this stuff back on here. And actually the first thing I need to do is I need to stick these on here, stick that on there, and then leave it all to dry again. So I'm going to do that now, leave it all to dry while I go and have lunch, and then I'll be back this time to finish it. So this is the primary side. So we need to put this bit of acetate in that one. Oops, and it's caught on with the lace this time. And what I need to do is I just need to put this back on here, stop prattling, go and have some lunch, because there's lots of things that need to be sorted out to finish this off. I know, how could that possibly be? I've been at it for hours and hours and days. Well, here we are. We're nearly done. I'm just trimming this off because I thought it wouldn't annoy me, but I think actually it will annoy me. But it's quite tricky because it's thick card. But if I just cut off the what I need is to pinch my husband's curvy scissors. He has these curvy scissors. for when he's doing his modelling. Don't tell him I'm using them, because he'll probably tell me I shouldn't be using them. They're not meant for going through card, although they're dealing with the card fine. I might have to get myself a pair of them actually. He's got a pair that are even more curvier than this than I think. Or is it maybe these just seem curvy? That'll do. That'll do. It's better than it was. I'll put them back on his desk. His craft desk is just beside my craft desk. Right. I know, sharing a craft room isn't always the best idea. So here we go. We've got our front cover. We've not finished yet. I'm just showing you front cover. We've got our acetate on here. We've got our back cover with our A is for accordion, asymmetric acetate with the bonus of artist. We've got our artist in as Josef Albers in both. Something stuck there. It's alright, it's come undone. We've got the yellow, blue, red, and then orange, purple, green, curl, triangle, theory. Can you see in there? They're not meant to come out widely, but they maybe could come out more than they do. I can see inside, and it's actually all about just seeing that colour. You've got the yellow, you've got the green with all the different shades of green that you can make with blue and yellow. And then the same, so that's red and blue for that, and then orange is the red and the yellow at the back. We have the front. So we've got our acetate, because we've also got our acetate bits in here as well, so we can take them out and play with them. We've got our accordion. There's our accordion along the side, and here we've got it in the primary, red, blue, yellow, and this side we've got it in the secondary colours, green, purple, orange, and the yellow one, those is just fallen out, so let's put that back in there. And asymmetric. Well, that's asymmetric. Yeah, but that's not enough. That's not enough. Are you ready for this? Got my big girl pants on to do this. Right. This one I'm going to cut like that. And the next one, I'm going to cut that corner off that next one. And that one, let's do a cut down like that. And then down. I can't even see where I'm cutting. There you go. I think we need to cut a bit off this corner as well. The trouble is, I don't want to lose the, if I start from here, then I can take it across there, so you can see a bit of that one. Then we take a bit more of the blue off, the red off, so you can see a bit of the blue. You can see if I took a corner of that off, and then we take the blue off like that, you'll get a bit of the blue. And then we need to just do something at the back as well, don't we? So let's do, should we just cut that corner off? It's a lot of corner cuttings rather than real asymmetric. That blue one's turned out really asymmetric. I'm now going to cut another slice off that one as well. So, is that asymmetric enough for you? Nah, okay. I'm going to cut that off there, and I can't make this. I'd love to cut a bit off there, but then I don't think it's going to sit right, so I want to cut and a bit off there as well. Try not to cut any of the, and I'm going to then cut a bit out of there, and there we go. That was scary because I'm gonna fall apart at any second. Right, so now it's asymmetric. That was brave. That's what I said. Need to put my big girl pants on for that, because I really didn't want to do that, because while I can't say with all my heart I love this, I do really like it. I like how the concept I had has kind of come together. It's taken me forever, and you just need to strip off that. I don't usually use primary colours, so I think that's one of the reasons I'm struggling a bit with it. So I'm quite glad that it's quite tight in that when I had them laying, the 4 completed ones laying out, I was really going, what have you done? I just need to make that a bit straighter. Got a bit of, there we go. But actually, because it's not, it's glimpses of the colours rather than out and out colour, I'm okay with it. Having said that, I prefer it going this way with the secondary colours, even with the orange, because they are not so in your face. Feeling better about this now. I've been able to grunge. I didn't want to grunge this up until I'd got to the stage. I've got one more thing I want to write on here. I haven't written on yet because I cannot decide whether I'm going to write it on the back or on the front. But I think actually for this, at least for this first challenge, I think I'm going to write it on the front, and I'm going to use my gold pen to do so. And I'm going to put it here. Hashtag A B C G L C. I thought I'd finished editing, and I just realised that I put it straight from the bit you saw to putting it in the Rolodex, the bit you're going to see. I didn't show you the thing completed in any detail. So here it is. This is the front. We've got our A, and if you'll see there, I managed to cut off the alphabet. Never mind. These are my 3 triangles on the front with the nod to Josef Albers, and they're in acetate. We have asymmetric cards now because I chopped them all up after doing them. On the back we have A is for accordion, asymmetric acetate. The bonus is artist. I've taken the bonus and run with it with Josef Albers. You've seen the acetate. There's more acetate in the pockets, but this is where the accordion also is. And as we go through the accordions, there we have the, oh, that bit of blue wool is causing me trouble. There's the secondary accordion with the secondary colours. Primary accordion colours. We have red, blue and yellow going this way, and we have green, purple and orange going this way. And I'm going to try, you did actually see a good shot of all the ones earlier. There's the bit of orange in there, the bit of red acetate in there as well. Try and give you a look in the, there's a bit of blue acetate with the purple and blue, and there's the green and yellow and a bit of yellow acetate, and I think I've just pulled that apart. I have. That's me trying to open it wider than it's meant to be so I could get the camera in. That is the actual accordion. I don't want it any further, any bigger opening, because then the acetates will fall out in the Zeus, which is what I'm using as my Rolodex. There we go. That's the flip through so you can see it. And you can see that because it's nice and tight, they're not going to fall out even as it goes round. But we've got this lovely asymmetric shape, acetates, and 2 accordions, or is it 1 accordion because it only makes 1 accordion file? You decide. Now back to where the bit I'd already done. Let's put it in, shall we? We've got all those A cards, and let's see, because it's so thick, it's now tougher to get on. There we go. A. And so there we go, my first thing on A. Oops, shall I move that so you can see it? There we go. With my first thing, apart from the empty cards, my first thing in here at all. Well, that's it finally done. The details, if you want to join in the challenge, are below. This is the first prompt, obviously, A. Jodi's doing the prompts bi-weekly. This is an intervening week, so they come out on a Wednesday. So the A prompt came out last Wednesday. B prompt will come out next Wednesday. So you've still got a chance to go get the prompts, have a look at Jodi's video, which is mentioned down below as well, and join in before B next week. And even if it's next week, you can do A and B together. You can do ABC together. Hashtag is ABCJLC. Everything else. Right, enough. Thank you, Jodi. Great prompts, I think. Shall I put these ones away? Thank you, Jodi, for this great idea, great prompts. I know that people in the channel picked the prompts, but actually just randomly picking them meant that we had such a mixture, which actually that's my bag. You know, if it said 3 things that I just could have gone 1, 2, 3, snap, then actually I wouldn't have had half as much fun as I've had doing this. It probably wouldn't have taken me a fraction of the time, mind, but loved it. Can't wait for B. You take care. I'll see you soon. Until then, keep crafting. Bye for now.